All right. We're live. All right. Here we are. Hello. Hmm. Hi and welcome. Very happy to be here live. Yeah, I can see, I can hear. It works. That's great. Um, yes. Hello and welcome again. So the live is in service, and here we are. Oh, hi Roxy. That was quick. Um. Oh, wow. So, um, first things first. Let's go. Let me remind about our podcast, The Bad and God, available on every podcast platform avec with the hosting of Roxy and myself. And so we're going to record our third episode tomorrow, and will be up end of the week. And so that being said, let's get into it. Well, many things are happening right now, and I'm kind of going through some. Yeah, no, I'm not going through anything. You're right. I'm not going through anything. Yeah, it's evolution. It's change. I'm evolving many things. I'm discovering many things. I'm allowing many things to happen and to go through and to explore and to be, and I'm choosing and I'm exploring. One of the things that I'm exploring, it's the difference between I know and I am, which is one of the things that it's really very interesting because, and at some stage we all do that. It's the I know, yes, I know, and it's all yeah, I know, and generally that's coded signal to say that I don't know or that I don't understand. I may intellectually know it, but I don't understand it. Because when I understand it, I don't need to say that I know. It's that the human being is quite simple to understand, actually. Is that don't listen to what they say, or listen to what the human being says, but don't believe it. Don't believe the verbatim. Don't believe exactly what the human being is saying. Because the human, I'm talking here, I'm not talking general talking. Here I'm talking about working with someone and about sessions, therapy, healing work, etc., etc. There is what people say, and then there is the reality, the truth. No, it's not the truth, but the meaning of it, what is behind it, what the person doesn't realize. I have the example of my father. My father is one of those people that say things and do not realize the meaning of what he's saying. uh, because doesn't care because he's not in the habit of having conscious of what he's saying. And so he's revealing a lot, but he's not aware of revealing a lot, which is exactly what we all do. We reveal a lot with what we say. So, but as it's about us, unless we accept to analyze the self, we will not be aware of what we mean or what we are doing, or repeating something, keep saying something, and saying those things with a meaning that we think we're giving to what we're saying, but actually it's not, absolutely not there. It's something we're clearly not there. And I know it's one of the expression that really works in that way, because it doesn't mean that I know, but I believe that I know. And it's also a quite a way of bypassing, or is a way of not confronting the truth, is like say, shut up, I know. Don't teach me, I know. But actually I don't. But I'm refusing to make the effort to really know what is said. So I'm just stopping. I'm just pretending. I'm just, and I'm admitting it because I'm saying I know. And it's the way you say sometimes. The I know means exactly that, right? It's not that it's always something else. But generally, in situation, that's what it is, right? Because obviously, pay, pay attention what he said, the way it said, etc., context, blah blah blah, right? And so I'm exploring that with on myself, understanding, and uh, because it's vibration. So becoming aware of vibration, becoming aware of how vibration is totally and completely and absolutely essential in what is attracted and in the choices that are available when we are experiencing. Then when I say I know, the meaning of that, the vibration of that is essential to determine my available choices. So it's not enough to say I know in that way. And it's not enough to know that actually I don't know. It's to now be able to take that, to discover that, and then bring that to a different vibration. And so that when you do that, the choices available to you change and increase. You have more choices when you are not expressing your lack, expressing your limitations, expressing your unworthiness. Then yeah, your choices, what is available to you, the attraction works in a different way, in the sense that you have more available to you. When you are in the expression of that vibration of negating or of avoiding, or right, that well, that's limitation, that's lack, that's what is limiting what is available. So I know is not enough right now anymore. I know cannot be accepted as an answer or as a statement or as a position. I know is coded, and that is red alarm, because I understand the meaning of that, and I understand that when I'm expressing that, I am not accepting to exactly go to further step, right? To take to go all the way to what is the knowing. So that is to understand that, and then, well, yeah, that brings change. That's one thing that I'm exploring, and and the exploration is not just the exploration anymore, it becomes the knowing, the experiencing, the feeling. And the feeling is what? The feeling is being in the ego and debating something and knowing that that's what you're doing, but also then there's the realization of all of that, but there is also the knowing. So that kicks in. And then it's the understanding I'm choosing, and that's what I'm doing. The debating, the ego debating, it's irrelevant. The creator creating, the creator taking the choice, making the choice, and then having it there, that's where it's happening. And so then when you just say, well, now I choose, this is my choice of creator, and not the choice of debating the ego, the lack, and all of that. And I experienced that, I think yesterday. Yeah. And I experienced that the moment when I just got fed up of the debate, of the ego, and expressed, well, all of this is nice, it's fun, it's boring now, and it has extended, this debate has extended its day, and it's no longer welcome. And so the debate stopped, but then the decision kicks up, and that's when the creator says, this is it. And that's where I say, well, I know what I'm doing up until now, and now I know that I'm changing my vibration in expressing my knowing, and then applying my knowing into my choices and changing vibrationally, consciously, yeah, but I changed that. And then when that kicks up into creation, into the process, into the experience, then there is there is the evolution, there is the change, there is the jump, the vibrational jump. And I feel that, and I know, right, done. And that happens. It just happened. It's never something that is the result of a willful action. There is no thinking okay, now I do this so that I change my vibration. That doesn't work because that's in the will, but that is also in the lack. If I act in that way because I want an outcome of saying, okay, I change my vibration to get there. So I am saying, I need to do this action because I know that my vibration is not where I want it to be. So I change it so that I reach that. Then there I'm expressing my lack. And so it doesn't work. For me, that is also, that is the result of simply doing the work. In doing the work, there is no will, there is no expectation, there is no destination, there is no doing it for something, there is no reward, there is no rule. You simply do it because you choose to do it. And you go through the steps, the stages, you go through whatever you go through, and then things happen. But they happen because they happen, not because you want them to happen. If you go into a work on yourself with a plan, with the expectation that something will happen in that day, and in that day something else happens, and then that happens, it doesn't work because you cannot plan these things. You cannot plan the moment you understand something. You cannot plan the moment you evolve into something different. Your reality cannot change because you say you have to change. Reality changes because it changes exactly in the moment when you are ready to have the change. If you plan it, it doesn't happen, because if you plan it, you are expressing lack. So and now I'm absolutely right. That's the knowing for me, the knowing that this is how it works here. It works on no rules, on allowance, unexpectedly. It's never expected. It's always a surprise. And it's not a surprise because obviously, right, that's clear. You do the work, then things happen. It's not that you but the surprise is the moment. It's the moment that is chosen, or that is becoming concrete, becoming the evolution, because you don't know the moment. So it's this moment. And then you move on. Because the evolution cannot be a surprise in the sense, what? I'm evolving. Yeah, of course you're evolving. But that evolution is happening anyway, and always, and all the time, whether you're doing the work or not, you're evolving anyway. All of us are, and humanity is moving into its evolution with those that are conscious and those that are unconscious. It's not that one is better than the other, or that one is doing a better job than the other. Everyone is doing their own personal job. For some it's into consciousness, for some it's in an awareness. There is absolutely no difference in from the point of view of the creator. The creator doesn't care. And I had that awareness coming to me these days too. I realize how the creator cannot care about the details, right? The God, the creator, it's not there for that, because the creator, right, it's experiencing all that is happening. And imagine yourself as a being. You are having a experiencing. You remember your experiences as your timeline, right? Your life. That's your experience up until now, and then you'll be keeping doing that up until you're dead. Good, but now extend that to all the versions of you, which is you, but it's you that you do not remember. And it's still you, it's not another you, it's you. And multiply that to all the dimensional you and etc. etc. It's huge, it's a lot. And all of that is you, the creator. You cannot, you're not going to focus on a particular moment. You're not focusing on a experience, because you're having all of that at once. So there is no caring about a single moment, because there is a caring about all of that. So the detail is not relevant, because all the journey is already created, is already known, and therefore the creator is not attaching itself to a particular moment. And still creating all the moments. It's our egotical, cultural, ethical bullshit that we're applying to ourselves right now, to think that there is a relevance and a importance to the detail, to the knowing of everything. And you can see that in many ways expressed in our societies, or in our whatever, where that's the question. Why is it happening? How do I make this happening? Why this? Why this? Why this? Why this? How can I have that? How can I make that happen? I have to detail. Whereas you do not need to know, you do not need to focus, you do not need to ask why, because there is no why, and there is no answer, because there are infinite answers that could be given, because there are infinite whys, there are infinite ways. Why do you need to know one way when you have available to you infinite way to get to you, to be you? So it's a choice, and it comes back to that choice. Always choices, choices, choices. And we are choices. We are making choices, and everything is about choice. I think that it's about work. It's about focus. It's about working my ass off to get to my goal. Because if I don't, no, it's a choice. It's all that is. You choose. I make the choice. I want to change. I make the choice for that change to happen. Doesn't, it's what I do. I choose. Changing behavior is a choice. Changing people, or changing the self is a choice. Having reality changing with co-creators, etc., it's a choice. It's always a choice that we do. Commit ourselves to that. But the choice is not always clear or evident or whatever, but we do choose. Changing our vibration is a choice, it's not a work, it's a choice. I choose to change my vibration. Can I work on that? Well, sure. Do I need the effort? No, I don't. And I don't need to change my vibration through effort because that's failure. And failure in the sense that it's not that way. Change my vibration because it changes, not because I work for it or that I commit myself to the effort of it. Especially that effort, maybe effort is equal, I know. There is no need for effort. And I'm experiencing that. And that's part of my evolution right now. No effort needed. In fact, it's hard. Yeah, it's difficult. I don't need to get crazy. I do things in the moment. Yes, I take actions. Yeah, of course I take action, but I take action that are not requiring efforts. It's just happening. It's just there. Because it's there. Because creation doesn't stop. Because things are simply happening. I was getting into the magic and I thought, oh, I have to make magic happen. I have to learn it. I have to explore it. I have to. And I was just missing one thing. And that thing is that, well, magic is happening anyway. And right now it's already happening. And I do not need to learn anything to have that happening. And I do not need to go into any training or to go into anything. It's already happening. It's already here. Getting form to it. Well, it doesn't have form, it's energy. Creation is energy. Magic is part of creation. We call it magic. It's not magic in the sense we're having a wonder happening. It's not a wonder, right? It's part of all the things. When I speak of, we have blinds that are blinding us so that we only perceive what we are allowing ourselves to perceive, because we do choose, we do have a hands into all of that, except that we do not realize it, but we do, and we put blinds on ourselves so that we only see what we allow. Yeah, and we need to take that away, or no, we don't need that. I choose to, because I made a choice, and that choice is that I decided to take those blinds away. Why? I don't know, because there is no reason. I simply choose. I choose that because I no longer see the need of those blinds. Oh, they have a need because I cannot take the totality of that blind or those blinds away, because I will just not be able to be confronted with that straight away completely. No, that's too much. But they come away layer after layer after layer of belief systems that I'm releasing, that I'm noticing and then letting go, because I do no longer need those belief systems, which most of them are belief systems of limitations, because that's what we create as human beings. We're creating limitations for ourselves, because without those limitations, this reality wouldn't be what it is. Being a human being will not be what it is. The experience will be completely different, because we will have a reality that doesn't look like what we have here. But this is what we choose, this is what we are experiencing. But then going into a self work of awareness, of discovery, that's where you can choose to have those blinds leaving you. And the choice is made. But then there is no will that can interfere in the sense that blinds go away because they go away. No, because I take them away. I cannot take the direct action in the sense that the direct action won't work. Well, how am I going to do that? I take right release. I cannot just say I stop believing all that bullshit. Well, it doesn't work that way either, because that is simply bypassing. Belief systems have to be noticed. Belief systems have to be understood and released, because they are not just a belief system as talking about the weather or anything else. These are things that are influencing the way we behave, the way we express, the way we then we vibrate. So I need to change my vibration. Yeah, of course I need to change. No, I change my vibration as a result of what? As a result of work that I'm doing, and that work that I'm doing is doing what? Is changing my perception of myself and therefore of my reality. And as I change all of that, well, then I change my vibration, because I have to vibrate in a different way. I'm not the same. And so the blinds are losing layers after layers after layers. There is enough work for many lifetimes, because it's a huge, big stuff that needs to be worked on, and well, yeah, release and whatever. um so it's pretty much intense, because there is um because I put but it's just happening. It's just the way it is. And this has a direct influence on myself, and magic, as I said, the magic is already here, it's already happening. Well, it's not just magic that is here, everything else, everything is here, everything is already. And this is the biggest thing that I'm working on right now, is that understanding, right? I know that now. I know that everything is already here. I know that everything is already happening, and therefore I am all of that at once, right here, right now. I know that, but you see, I know it as I'm expressing it, as I am saying it. Now there is, but that cannot be something that I know. That is something that I am. But I have to go from the intellectual understanding of that to the knowing. And the knowing is equal, I express it, I am it. But you see, is the thing is this. I already am all of that. The blinds are keeping me from fully perceiving it, and therefore to fully being it, and going from the I know to the I am. And I am means what? I am means expressing it in every moment, simply by being. The I exist. That's where you are. I exist. And I exist I am is a state of being that doesn't justify, doesn't express. I am it. So there is no debate, there is no wondering, there is no anything. So that is where abundance, worthiness, right? Power, magic, well, those things are already. As being, as creators, or gods, all of that is there. Our wealth, our abundance, we don't need to create those things. We don't need to search for them. We do not need to, right? We often express the need of whatsoever, right? No, we don't need to, because we have been that all along. We have never stopped being all of that. See, the blinds are separating ourselves from that expression, from that being. So the blinds, belief systems, start telling us a completely different story from what is actually our being. Yeah. So the choice is to take away all those blinds and perceive myself as I am, expressing it, being it. And that is an ongoing thing, and um, working on the self. Something that is, as a human being, actually, right now, this expression of human is a work in progress. Keep working on that progress. Yeah. Wow. Again, no program, no plan, no whatsoever. Just happening. And you see, that is what the expression and the decision, the choices to go from a state of expressing, seeing, perceiving reality as a corporate word, and then going into expressing it in a different way. And I realized and I was told they are the corporate word and the no corporate word, they are not the same. Now I understand they are not the same, but they have aspects where there is similarity, or where they are close in the expression, and it's still a belief system. It's still belief systems that are applied to it, because the expression, the reality, the creation, the way we express it, it's always a belief system. It's always linked to something like that. And going from being employed to being self-employed is still employment, except that You do not illusion yourself that you are working for a corporate or for someone else that are rewarding you with some money. You are doing it by yourself. So I realized right, that's part of the similarity. And that in the end, there is no opposition or fight, war between the two, but there is a difference. And there is that I had this belief system that was telling me that to go from one to the other, there's effort, and that um, there is a different way of relating to the money from one to the other. And I realized that that's just another belief system. When it comes to money, what is the difference? There is no difference. We're still exchanging services or goods for money. So where is the difference in there? There is no difference. So I realize, right, that's how you discover, that's how you realize why am I expressing lack? What is the lack? What is the limitation? Why am I still feeling resistance? Why am I feeling this or that, right? Yeah, that's how you do it. You have to see what is your limitation, what is your belief system that you are applying, and what is the effect of that belief system. Why won't there be something like that? Well, there is something like that. There is the fact that we have perception, preconceived idea, or whatever. We have something that is acting, and so the vibration, with that, I influence my vibration because I'm relating to one or the other in a certain way. And when I do that, my vibration is impacted. Yeah, I'm vibrating in a certain way. I'm vibrating failure. I'm vibrating lack. So I realize I'm expressing lack under my nose, and I was not yet realizing that. I was not seeing that lack as lack. I thought I was making progresses in one direction or another direction, and then I realized I have no direction. There is no direction. I have no way to go. I'm already that kicked my ass. That gave me really an idea of I'm but you see, this is the work, is to see what story we're selling ourselves, and is that story a story that allows the change, allows the vibration, or are we holding ourselves in a corner, that creating a circle, creating a stalemate? Yeah. And so perceived myself, I saw myself, I understood, I said, well, yeah, that's what it is. I'm focusing in making, in wanting to creating something that I don't need to create. Yeah, of course, taking action, doing things, absolutely. There is a act of creation. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But it's not the creation that I thought I needed. Because it is already. I am. And so that is completely a different. Completely. And there you go, right? The difference between I know and I am. It's just so huge. So, because I am is what we are. I know is our disillusion, delusion of knowing, of being, or of uh, I'm the king of the world. Yeah, yeah. But no, you're not. Not in that way. Yeah. So it's interesting because through this I'm evolving, and well, I also have been in that moment a little bit out of uh yeah, I felt challenged and in need of so here I am. Yes, there is no need for effort. There is no need for suffering, for getting lost or whatever, but then it's a choice. Everything is a choice. So, there you go. Thank you for joining and listening and being here. I always appreciate and love sharing this moment with you all. And I love you, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.